How's everyone doing tonight? Ready for some football and baseball breaks? I know I am. I'm hoping we're going to pull some massive stuff out of here tonight. So what we have, we've got a handful of football breaks. None of them are particularly involved. We've got Top Supreme from 3 different years. Then we've got an autographed jersey. And then Momentum, if memory serves. And then as soon as we finish the baseball break, or the football, I used to be able to speak. As soon as we finish the football breaks tonight, then we will do the half case of 2017 Archives Baseball. So just to give you a sense, I generally break in the order that things end on eBay. So that's what we're going to do tonight as well. So if you are here for baseball, bear in mind that we are going to have a little bit of football to do first. Hi, Aaron. How are you? So first up, one box of 2013 Topps Supreme Football. This is break number 2, meaning the second time we have broken 2013 Topps Supreme Football. Our end date, of course, is tonight. Live stream schedule, that is right now. And we have team names down the left and our winning bidder names down the right-hand side. So you should be able to look as we scroll through the spreadsheet and see your name in lights next to the team or teams that you own in this break. And of course, anything that says no bids buyback like the Eagles do in this break, that just means that that is an unloved, unwanted team. And if anything comes out for that team, since nobody wanted to take it home with them or adopt it this break, then anything for that team would stay here with me and join his brothers on Card Mountain, which one of these days I've got to get sorted. I say that every week, right? And somehow, I don't know, I run out of time. There's just not enough hours in the day. I just can't get everything done. All right, so first up, 2013 Topps Supreme. We have base Alfred Morris, and that is to 112 for the Redskins. Base Tyler Eifert to 99 for the Bengals. Signature for the Bills, E.J. Manuel to 75. And finally, base of Colin Kaepernick to 170 for the 49ers. So again, our hit out of 2013 Topps Supreme headed to the Buffalo Bills with E.J. Manuel. But of course, all the cards ship, but you know, just highlighting the hit there. Oh, I know, David, that was weird. David is saying in chat that he was trying to bid on some stuff in Momentum, and a couple of teams just disappeared on him, and I was telling him, yes, that looked to me like the same thing happened. There were 2 or 3 teams right in a row that just sold like really lower than normal, and I guess we know why. eBay had some kind of weird technical glitch, apparently. So next up is one box of 2015 Topps Supreme Football. Also the second time we have broken that. And again, same format with teams down the left and winning bidders down the right. And someone, Richard Dunn, is saying he has no volume in chat. It must be, can somebody type into chat for him to check the volume on his device, since the rest of you guys seem like you have it with no problem? And we had a couple of teams in 2015, actually 4, it looks like, that were unsold, and everything else you will see, of course, your name next to your team. So I don't know why I just scrolled back up. That was just kind of silly. Yeah, so the other night somebody said they didn't have volume, and I proceeded to like explain verbally what they needed to do, and then of course, stupid me, then it occurred to me, oh yeah, if they don't have any volume, they're not going to hear me explaining that. So yeah, I don't always think things through. But this time I did. I'm proud. This time I did say, someone please type it into chat so that he would know. Oh, you got it fixed. Okay, great, Richard. That is good news indeed. This is 2015 Topps Supreme, and this Jerry Rice to 99 for the 49ers on a base card. Marshawn Lynch for the Seahawks. And hang on one second, I have got, there we go. Just having a little iPad issue over there for a minute. Dan Marino to 25 for the Dolphins. So even though that's a base card, it's a nice low-numbered card for the Dolphins with the Dan Marino. And our hit out of 2015 Supreme is, oh, a nice one too. How about that with some Andrew Luck quad relics numbered to 25. 25 of 25. So that is actually, and it's got a little piece of, you can kind of see that right there. There's a little piece of plastic or something on that piece of cloth in that upper right corner, but I'm not going to mess with it. So when you get it, I'll let you decide if you want to take it out of there or not. So nice quad relic Andrew Luck for the Colts is our hit out of 2015 Supreme. That's going to bring us up to 2011 Topps Supreme. And if anybody has jumped in late, of course, we are running through some football first, and as soon as we finish the football, then we'll be busting into the half case of 17 Archives baseball. As I do notice, it looks like a few people have jumped in since I announced that last. This break, one box of 2011 Topps Supreme Football. First time we have broken 2011. And same format as before. You will see your name, or your eBay username more specifically, next to the team that you own in this break. And looks like, again, we had a couple of teams with no bids, so those hang out here with me. And keep in mind, guys, we will do the nightly random each night at the end of all the breaks. And I am doing it a little differently this time, as opposed to giving out a card each night. Instead, what's happening is the people who are entered, or who are pulled out every night, will be entered into the customer appreciation break, which will be conducted on or about July 1st. So the only way to get into that break is to have your name pulled out as the nightly winner from one of the nights between now and roughly July 1st. And I'll open up a bunch of different product, and then we'll give it away. We'll let random decide who gets what in that break. This is numbered to 15. This is Jernigan for the Giants. Numbered to 429, that is Greg Jennings for the Packers. Aaron Rodgers, numbered to 429 for the Packers. And our hit is Tony Romo. Nice. Tony Romo, game-used relics. Quad relic again for the Cowboys, numbered to 20. 18 of 20 on the Tony Romo quad relics. So nice hit for the boys out of 2011 Topps Supreme. I think that's going to put us up next with the jersey, if I am not mistaken. Let me get us to the right spot on the spreadsheet here. And then I've got to reach over here and get this jersey, which I've got just kind of sitting off to the side so it wasn't in the way. Give me 1 second to grab it and bring it up here where we've got a little bit of room for it now. Okay, and this is one-time 2017 Gold Rush, and that's a typo, of course. That should say autograph, not whatever kind of weird word I made up there. Football jersey break number 2. And same format as before. We do have in here one unpaid team, and that means the team was sold, but the payment had not come in at the time the spreadsheet was finalized. I like to finalize these things, 10 or 15 minutes before the break, but lately eBay's been super glitchy with payments and checkouts, so I have been holding it a little bit longer and not finalizing it until 5 or 6 minutes before. Now, obviously, if you go ahead and take care of payment, which hopefully you will or you have, then you're going to get anything that comes out for your team. But, of course, obviously, it's marked unpaid on the spreadsheet because it was unpaid at the time the spreadsheet was finalized. And I don't access email or eBay messages during the break or anything like that. So if you guys send messages or make payments or whatever after the break has started, oh, this looks like it's going to be nice, I'm not going to see it until after the break is over. I think this is Earl Campbell. Oh, it is Earl Campbell. That is what I thought. Look at that. And of course, Earl Campbell was a Houston Oiler And we all probably by now know the franchise history. Houston Oilers went to Tennessee, became the Tennessee Oilers, then finally changed their name to the Tennessee Titans. So this nice Earl Campbell jersey here is going to be heading off to the Titans. You can see it's got all kinds of stats printed on it. It's custom jersey, of course, and there's his name. And the COA that goes with it from PSA DNA even, which is, of course, one of the premier authentication services. So super nice hit for the Titans with the Earl Campbell autographed jersey. So excellent. We've had real good luck with the autographed jerseys lately. And we had really good luck with the mini helmets the other night, too. Like, I couldn't believe what all we pulled out of the first half of that Leaf mini helmet case. It was crazy. Some good stuff. Now, that brings us down the road to one case of 2013 Panini Momentum Football. This is the second time we've broken a case of 2013 Momentum. And this thing has a giant number of hits in it. I think it's supposed to be 10 per box, so we should have 50 hits in this break. Unless, of course, you know, Panini decides to replace one with a points card or something stupid like they occasionally do. Which is why they always say on average to do a little CYA, I guess. And same thing as before on those unpaid teams. If payment, as long as payment comes in, and it may have already come in while I've been doing the break, you're going to get whatever you are due from your teams. So, of course, obviously, you're not going to be in the nightly random because it's marked unpaid on the spreadsheet, and the nightly random is done from the spreadsheet. But you will still get your cards as long as you take care of it. Oh, Jordan, on if it's an unpaid team, I don't, as you guys know, every once in a while, I will take a team that is unpaid and resell it during the break. And that is generally if it's like a super high dollar team, like if somebody, say for instance in 2017 Archives Baseball, which is coming up next, let's say the person who had the Yankees in that decided not to pay. Well, in that case, yeah, I would resell the Yankees because I'm not going to be on the hook and just hope you get paid for that kind of money. But on the other stuff like this, I find that it just becomes really complex to try to sell it during the break, and then you don't know if the other person is going to try to pay for it, and it's just, I don't know. I don't resell them all that often. I do occasionally, but not super often. Yeah, I know, Jordan, it does. But that, I do feel like that team probably will be paid because that is someone who has bid with me before. And generally, people that have bid with me before, you know, something has just come up. They didn't see the email notification, or eBay's being weird and they can't get checked out, or something like that. Usually, I'm not going to say always, because certainly it's not always, but most of the time, when it's somebody who's bid with me before, the payment comes in with no problem later the same night. Now, when it's people who have not bid with me before, I would say usually I get stuck with it, including somebody who stuck me with a bid on my case break of Inception Baseball the other night. That's because people just have no shame. They will just be like, whatever. Yeah, the jersey was the Houston Oilers, which of course goes to the Tennessee Titans because that is the current franchise of the Houston Oilers, became Tennessee Oilers, became Tennessee Titans, and the items and or cards always stay with their franchise. All right, so we got a lot of base in this. So our base we're not going to really dwell on. We are going to dwell on our hits. And looks like our first up is going to be Terrence Williams for the Cowboys to $2.99, and that is rookie threads, some triple threads there for the Cowboys. Hit number 1. Each pack in here should have a hit in it of some sort. Some will be autographs, some will be materials, some will probably be both, hopefully. Hopefully we'll see some with both. Antonio Brown. For the Eagles, Jordan Poyer, rookie signature, and it is a sticker auto, numbered to 599. And just in general, guys, if I don't say it's an on-card auto, assume that it is a sticker auto. Because the last time we opened this, I kept thinking everything was going to be on-card autos, but the majority of them were not. So, unfortunately, it seems like that's the way that most things have gone these days, to sticker autos. This is to 25 for the Raiders. Tyler Wilson. It's a refractor. It's autographed, and you've got 3 material swatches, and pretty decent ones, actually. Looks like that probably came off of part of a number or part of a letter, so pretty good piece of material there on the Tyler Wilson for the Raiders. While I'm thinking about it, all of the stuff that we're opening tonight will most likely ship out to you on Thursday. Now, it is possible that some will go out earlier, and I'm going to do my best to get it out to you earlier. But I would plan on it going out Thursday, just right at the moment. That's the viewpoint I have of it. So I like to always let you guys know when to expect it. Denard Robinson for the Jags, rookie materials. And that's another nice piece of cloth. What was that numbered to? To 49, 449. And yeah, I like that piece of material too. I do print all the labels, of course, through eBay or PayPal. So you should get a shipping notification as soon as those labels are printed. So you will know it's on the way at that point. Geno Smith for the Jets to $2.99. That is, of course, a big jumbo piece of material. And it looks kind of like a weird color on my monitor, but of course it is that dark green color of the Jets, even though on the monitor it looks black. Not black. I see the few more people may have jumped in there. Again, if you are here for baseball, the half case of Archives baseball will be right after we finish this football break on Momentum. 45 of 199 on the Kenny Stills signature hit for the Saints. Kenny never spends a lot of time signing his name. We did get a little extra squiggle there. Usually it's just a giant K and a giant S, and there was a little tiny squiggle after the K that time, so Kenny gave us a little extra bang for our buck that time. Our hit here is for the Giants, numbered to 199. Demontre Moore, signature, rookie. Well, if I could get the pack open, we'll be doing all right. This one feels kind of thick, so I'm thinking we probably have a materials hit in here. That's how it feels anyway. Kobe Hamilton, rookie. And Denard Robinson again. So the Jags rolling through it again to $3.99. That patch, of course, not as nice as our other patch, but still, a hit is a hit is a hit, right? We all like to take our things home with us, so we all like to get hits. To 49, Kenny Vaccaro, another hit for the Saints. Another rookie hit for the Saints, I should say. So that's a couple in for the Saints and a couple in for the Jags. And I don't remember who else. So there was a Cowboy, and of course we'll recap it all at the end. I was just kind of testing my memory there. What are you cussing about on there, David? Did you not have one of the teams that you wanted, and so now you're feeling sad because they hit something? D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart for the Panthers, $2.99. Double feature materials. All right, we are into box number 2. Our rookie in there is Dennis Johnson. Our hit for the Bills, Marquise Goodwin, numbered to 299, rookie team threads. Oh, oh, that's right. The Giants hit. See how quickly I forget? We were just talking about that. Yeah, that the Giants and the Jets, and there were 3 teams right there in a row that I think probably got hit by that stupid, whatever that eBay glitch was. Rodney Smith for the Vikings, rookie, and that is, it's kind of like an acetate sort of card. I mean, obviously you can see it's not a traditional card. It's got the clear surface. Ontario McCaleb for the Bengals to 299, rookie initiation signature. Whoops, now why did I stack? Daggone it. I didn't mean to stack those base cards on our pile of hits there. Trying to keep that separate. Rookie there, Eddie Lacy. Of course, he's one we hope to pull a little signature for, or some materials. Monte Ball to $3.99 for the Broncos. Rookie team threads. The good news is with 50 hits, you know, we've got a good shot at everybody taking home something, hopefully. Well, everybody I'm sure will get something, but I mean something that you want. Marcus Lattimore for the 49ers, numbered to 399, rookie initiation material hit. This is another one of those really thick packs, so I'm sure it's going to be materials again. And it is Marcus Lattimore again to 399, and that is material and signature and a refractor, but numbered to 399, which our other card that was similar to that, I believe, was a lower number, wasn't it? Pretty sure it was. Oh, a Steeler. You know, this is going to make me happy. Jarvis Jones to 599. Any Steeler always makes me happy. Hi, Jarvis Jones hit. I'm even happy when I pull the Steelers like Dree Archer, who are long gone. I just like to pull my Steelers. I do. Another hit for the Saints. This one, 21 of 25. Pierre Thomas and Marcus Colston. Oh, look at that. That's nice right there. Yeah. The Pierre Thomas side of that material is pretty sweet. The Marcus Colston side's a little boring, but the left side is sweet. Unless you have the Browns. Jordan, do you mean that you don't like getting hits for the Browns unless it's certain players? What are you saying there, man? Steve Largent. Oh, this is going to be nice for the Seahawks to 199. Oh, I thought that was going to be signed. Daggone it. All right. Well, still nice to have some Steve Largent materials, but I was really hoping that was signed. But it is game worn, so that's always a plus. Game worn is always a nice hit. Aaron Dobson coming out for the Patriots, numbered 249. That is 26 of 49, and that is rookie team threads and a signature. So nice little hit for the Pats. And for the Bucks, we have, Rondé Barber. How about that? Numbered to 49. Prized signatures. Don't see Rondé Barber very much. So the Bucks, hopefully, are happy with that. Headed into box number 3 of 5. And our stack of hits is just growing taller and taller over there. That's what we like about it, though. I mean, a 50-hit case is going to make any of us happy, I think. Vance McDonald for the 49ers to 399. Rookie initiation materials. Oh, he was on a cooking show with Tiki Barber. That's funny. You don't ever think about football players doing anything but playing football, but of course they do. They're routinely on Dancing with the Stars and other things. Tampa Bay Bucks to 399 on the Mike Glennon rookie team threads. Of course, we're all anxiously waiting to see if Mike Glennon is going to live up to that massive contract he signed with the Bears. And if so, then we'll probably all be clamoring to come up with Mike Glennon rookie cards. So I guess we're stockpiling for the moment. There's Colin Kaepernick in that same sort of, whatever you want to call those things. Acetate card, clear card. It's not really exactly either one, but anyway, there it is. Theo Riddick to 299 for the Lions. Rookie initiation signature. Stuck the base on the hits again. Marquise Goodwin coming up for the Bills to 399 rookie initiation materials. Don't forget, guys, too, we have 2017 football coming out on Wednesday. We get Prestige comes out. And I messed around and somehow didn't get it listed Wednesday night. So my first Prestige auction ends on Thursday night because, I don't know, I think I was preoccupied with the baseball that also comes out on Wednesday, which is Finest, and I somehow didn't, get it done. Jags to 299, Ace Sanders signature. Oh, the 49ers seem like they finished up okay, David. I don't think they were in that weird little glitch, at least from their bid pattern. It didn't look like they were. The teams that looked to me like something happened right at that moment were right there in a row. It was like the Giants and the Jets and the Raiders. And then everything before that and everything after that seemed normal. Kenny Stills to 299 for the Saints. Rookie team threads. But even myself, when I was trying to pull up some stuff to do some invoicing, because I was trying to proactively combine some invoices as things were ending tonight, there was just like probably a minute, maybe a minute and a half, where eBay kept giving me a message of technical error and wouldn't let me into invoicing or or anything else. Look who it is, Le'Veon Bell, numbered to 49. Let's hope it's signed. Let's hope. Oh, it is not signed, but that is a nice piece of material. Yeah, that's part of the number or part of a letter, and that is a sweet Le'Veon Bell to 49. I know you wanted it to be signed, Steelers team owner, and I wanted it to be signed for you, but that's still nice. And doesn't mean we're not going to find him. We got a ways to go yet. Landry, poor Landry. Terrence Williams to 199 for the Cowboys. So that's, I think, the second hit for the Cowboys, if I'm remembering right. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the rest of it. I don't know why it went, unless it was just, like I said, in that little glitch. I actually had to close the browser and go out and go all the way back in to resolve it. I couldn't get it to reload until I did that. Stephen Taylor to 399 for the Cardinals. And there, of course, that's refractor signature and your 3 pieces of material. Juwan Jamison was our rookie. I'm sure you guys have noticed we have 1 rookie per pack. This is to 399, another hit for the Cowboys with the Joseph Randall signature. And coming into box number 4. Actually, let's just go ahead and take them out of box 5 too, and just get all the boxes out of the way. And again, I see people jumping in and out. As soon as we finish this break, Archives Baseball is up next. So if that's what you're waiting on, I would say we're probably, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes or so out by the time we finish this up and do the hits recap. That's my best guess. To $2.99 or to $199, sorry, to $199 for the Raiders. Nick Casa, rookie signature. I know we haven't seen much of the Browns, have we, Jordan? We need to find you. We need to find you some Browns, right? Now that we've put it out in the universe, maybe it's going to deliver for us. Josh Boyce to $2.99 for the Patriots. Rookie initiation signature. Mike Glennon rookie. We already had Pierre Thomas and Marcus Colston, but this one is to $199, so I'm guessing the pieces of material are not quite as nice on the double feature materials on the second one for the Saints. Right now, it seems like the Saints have a lot in this break. Am I just crazy, or do they? It seems like they do. Seems like the Saints are kind of getting a lot. Ryan Nassib to $2.99 for the Giants. Meanwhile, we haven't seen any Dolphins or Browns or Bengals. I mean, hits that well, maybe we had a Bengal. Oh, here's another Le'Veon Bell to $2.99. Let's see if we get this one signed. No, daggone it. Why can't we find you one that's signed, Steelers fan? We're pulling you out all kinds of materials, but we haven't pulled you out a signed one yet. Now, the last time we opened a case of this, there was an absolute ton of Dolphins hits in it. I do remember that. And this time, I don't think we've seen a one. Vance McDonald to $3.99 for the 49ers. I think I see a Packer coming up back there. See if I was right. Yep, we got a little Eddie Lacy action happening. Numbered to 10 even, and first in the series. Oh, that always makes me so happy. So this is 1 of 10. Oh, nice hit on the Eddie Lacy, because you got the signature and the materials. You got a bunch of stitching in there, so clearly that's coming off of a number or letter adjacency. Very nice hit on the Eddie Lacy, 1 of 10. And looks like very, very minor edge wear. Nothing too dramatic. In fact, all of these have been in pretty good shape. I mean, maybe just some minor little issues, but I haven't noticed some of the more glaring issues that we sometimes find on these thicker cards. But that's a really nice Eddie Lacy. And as always, if anybody wants anything in a one-touch, just send me a message on eBay and let me know. I'm always happy to do that, just at my cost, plus whatever, eBay would charge to receive the payment. Quentin Patton to $49. This one does have a little bit of a wonky corner down on the bottom left, right after I was praising these cards for not having too many of those. Quentin Patton's signature. David, did you have the Packers in this break? Is that Eddie Lacy yours? Willis McGee for the Broncos to $25. Oh, look at that. I love it. I love it. Not only is it 3-color, it's got dirt on it. Those are my absolute favorite. Like, I hate when they give you a game use patch and it doesn't have something on it. I like to see dirt, mud, blood, sweat, tears. Right now, this is my favorite card of the night, is this Willis McGee to $25 for the Broncos with the dirty patch. I love it. That is so awesome. You see, it does not take much to make me happy. It really doesn't. Another one of the clear cards, that is Josh Boyce for the Patriots, rookie. For the Cardinals to $499 with the Alex Okafor signature. So at this moment, Willis McGee is my favorite hit out of here. The Jumbo Le'Veon Bell patch is my second, and Eddie Lacy is my third. This is the $2.99 on the Zach Dysert for the Broncos. But that Willis McGee is sweet. At least by my standards, it is. Hopefully whoever has the Broncos feels the same way. Terrence Williams, another Cowboy. This one is to 399, rookie initiation materials. Another hit for the Packers, and this is Detone Jones to 199. Another signature hit. So Packers with a couple of nice hits. I felt kind of something on the back edge. It actually doesn't look like it's too bad. Maybe just a little rough corner back there on that edge. Just felt it while I was hanging on to the card. For the Chargers, Keenan Allen to 99. Nice Keenan Allen. For the Bills, C.J. Spiller and Stevie Johnson, numbered to 149. Oh, and Stevie Johnson's patch has also got some dirt on it. So, yeah, I'm happy about that, too. Plus, Steve Johnson went to UK, graduated from my alma mater. So, that card makes me pretty happy, too. Oh, the last Packer was Detone Jones. Was the signature on the other Packer, which of course we will do a hits recap here in a second when we finish up, so you'll get a chance to see it all again at that point. Monte Ball to 299 for the Broncos with the jumbo patch. Aaron Dobson to 99 for the Patriots. That's a couple of Aaron Dobsons in here for the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken. For the Colts, to 599, Kerwin Williams. Nice little signature, rookie signature hit for the Colts. For the Cardinals, Ryan Swope to 199. Oops, I didn't mean to stack those there. Just accidentally stacked our base on the hits. It's just habit, you know. I'm used to stacking the base up in that area, but we have so many hits tonight, I had to stack our hits up there. All right, last pack of the last box. So this will be our last hit coming out for this case. And it is also a Steeler, and it's Landry Jones. And Landry is numbered to 399 on that materials hit. So let's recap our hits. These two giant stacks here are our hits out of this. So I'm not going to go through and read all the numbers again, but I will, of course, show all the hits again for anybody who has come in late or just wants a second look. Oh, the Willis McGee, still loving it. Or sometimes if you're like me and you're not able to watch the break live and you come back and watch it later, if it's somebody that I know that they do a recap, I just fast forward right to that recap. I think we all probably do that, right? I mean, you know, why not? Makes life easier. I think we're all probably looking to find... oh, there was a bingle. I had forgotten that we had... I had forgotten that we had that McCaleb. So there was a Bengals hit in there. Still, lots of Jags, lots of Saints. And there's a Raider, an Eagle, several Cowboys. Out of 50 hits, you really would think that they would have it so that every team would get a hit out of a case, wouldn't you? I mean, you would think. There's the nice Eddie Lacy. That one we are going to look at again because it was to 10. It's 1 of 10, so that is a particularly nice Eddie Lacy. There's the nicer of the Le'Veon Bell hits, and that one is to 49. I don't know why they couldn't have given us a little ink for Le'Veon in here, though. Another Aaron Dobson, the Steve Largent, Marcus Lattimore, and Marcus Lattimore. Oh, you want the Eddie Lacy in a one-touch? Okay. Yep, I will do that. And I will just, I'll shoot you over a PayPal money request that covers, like I said, just my cost is all I'm looking to do. Just cover my cost and whatever eBay charges me to receive that money. And that is it. So, and I'll have to dig around in here, of course, to find the one that fits it. I finally just broke down and bought, like, I don't know, probably 6, 8 different sizes that I have here just to make it easier so that I always have something that matches if someone wants it. So I'll have to see which one is the best size for it. All right, that is going to bring us up to Archives Baseball. Half case of 2017 Archives Baseball. And I'm going to put you on the spreadsheet, and then I've got to carry this case over here, as I have it setting off to the side because we have so much stuff tonight. All right. Okay, so let's scroll down through this and see who is in 2017 Archives Baseball half case break number 3. And same format as before with our teams down the left and the winning bidder name adjacent to it down the right-hand side. And everything in baseball was sold and paid and ready to rock and roll. So thank you guys for that. Oh, thanks, David. Yeah, just, on the nightly random, we'll do that after we finish up baseball. And, of course, it'll be, if you later want to fast forward just to the end of the break, it'll be right there at the end. We'll see who ends up with the spot to go into the customer appreciation break that'll be on or about July 1st. All right, so here's what we're going to do with this 2017 Archives Baseball, because there are case hits in here. So, when there's no case hit, I don't worry too much about what boxes we open. I just let you guys choose right, left, or whatever. But when there are case hits, like there is in Archives, what I do is take all of the boxes out, which obviously is what I'm doing now. Then we're going to number them on the end and put 1 through 10 in random.org. And random.org will then tell us which of these 10 boxes we're going to open. I think that is the fairest way to do it. It's certainly the most impartial way to do it. And that way we don't have any worries about how it sorts itself out. All right, so our 10 boxes are numbered 1 through 10. And now I see that just switched to a black screen for I don't know what reason. Why did it switch to a black screen? There. Sorry about that. The reason it switched to a black screen is because I was a bonehead and clicked on the wrong thing. So, yeah, that was on me. Totally my fault on that. All right, so we're going to go random one time, and we'll take the top 5 boxes, and those will be the 5 we're going to open tonight. And I'm going to write them down so that I do not forget. 9, 5, 6, 10, and 1. 9, 5, 6, 10, and 1 is what we are opening up tonight. All right, so 9 and 10. Of course, those are obvious. Then 6 is here, 1 is there, and then we need 5. So we don't need those. The case hit that we pulled out of the first case, I'm just making sure I have all the ones I'm supposed to have. 1, 5, 6, 9, 10. Yeah, okay. So the case hit that we pulled out of the first case of archives that we opened was Francisco Lindor, which was nice. But we also pulled an Aaron Judge rookie autograph. We pulled a Benintendi rookie autograph. We pulled a couple of short prints. We had a Mike Trout short print and a handful of others. Not a ton of short prints that were pulled, but we did manage to come up with a couple. So hopefully we're going to have that same kind of luck tonight. The second half of this case, honestly, don't remember when it ends, because I have a fair amount of archives, and I've been a little slow in getting it listed. So I'm trying to kind of pick up the pace a little bit and get them listed a little faster. Because before you know it, I mean, obviously Finest is going to be here starting Wednesday, so we're going to have a lot of Finest to open in addition to the archives. And then I think is it the week after that is Museum Collection? We got a lot coming. Oh, what a way to start off. There's Anthony Rizzo in the light blue parallel, which means that'll be to 75, I think. Yep, that is 34 of 75. So the Rizzo is certainly a fine way to start off our case, or our half case that we're doing tonight. So nice hit there for the Cubs right off the bat. And I'm sure you guys have probably broken this product before by now, but there's quite a bit of veteran content in here too. Well, I should say like retired, not just veteran, but there's a lot of retired as well as rookie content in here. So we'll probably be pulling a mix of the two, most likely. Ozzie Smith mini. All the minis have a blank back. At least all the minis that I have seen to this point have had a blank back. Of course, our base we're just kind of buzzing through because there's a lot of it. If anybody missed the announcement earlier, I'm anticipating that all of this that we're pulling, oops, that might be a short print right there. I think that is, because that should have, oh no, there it is. I didn't see it there for a second. That's just really, it does have the facsimile signature. Sorry, my fault. Anyway, the targeted ship date for this is Thursday. And I'm going to try to get it to you sooner. I always try to get it to you as quickly as I can, but my instincts tell me it will probably be Thursday. I do try to get things out in the order that they finished, so there are a couple breaks ahead of us right now. There's an Indians to 199 in the peach parallel. Or I call it peach. Tops may call it something else, but I call that the peach parallel. There's an Aaron Judge. And by the way, he goes to the Tigers. He is, of course, in the peach parallel, so I should have stopped on him anyway to 199. But Tony Clark, he is, of course, on the card as Major League Players Association Executive Director. But if you go back and look at his career, the team that he played for the longest is the Tigers. So those will go to the Tigers. Now that Korea, that does not have the facsimile signature on it. Yeah, this Korea is a short print. for the Astros. Trey Turner in the light blue parallel will be numbered to 75. Well, if I could hold it the proper way so you could see the number not upside down, might actually be slightly helpful. I'll just set all the parallels right there. Without Pujols hitting the 600, that was nice. And it seems like somehow he has less fanfare having accomplished that than some of the players before him. Let me take a look at that Schwarber for a second. Oh, hang on. There was a Derek Jeter stuck to it. I thought maybe that was a short print, but it isn't. And there's the first coming out of our Derek Jeter retrospective. So there'll be a number of these that'll come out along the way. That is card number 21. Vizquel in the mini. I think that's the first Vizquel mini I've seen, actually. I like looking at the older card designs. It reminds me of when I was younger, which I guess is the idea. I guess that's the whole point of the series, is to remind us of that. I want to see the, okay. Alkaline Mini. You guys that are in here for baseball are quiet. Quiet, quiet. David Dahl. Move some of these down onto the sorting mat so we free up a little space here. I don't like the stacks to get too terribly tall. I kind of like to keep that stuff a little more manageable. Oh, here's our other hit out of this box. Bill Spaceman Lee for the Red Sox. So the Spaceman and Rizzo came out box number 1. If you guys do want to take a better look at anything that you see coming through, I mean, I do buzz through the base pretty quickly. Just type it into chat and let me know. I'm always happy to go back and find it for you. There is a little bit of a delay from when you type chat to when I see it. So just FYI, if you do type something in there, I might not see it might not pop up on my side for a couple minutes, but when I do see it, of course, I would be happy to go back and take a second look at anything that you guys want to look at. Edwin Encarnacion to 199 in the peach parallel for the Indians. Felt like that. I felt like there was something stuck to that one, but I guess there was not. The little, the Derek Jeter retrospective cards have a nasty habit of trying to stick to the card in front of them. Addison Russell for the Cubs to 75 in the light blue parallel. And of course, the cards themselves in this series even have a different feel card to card. You know, the card stock that they use. So even that sometimes gives it a tendency for one to stick to another, I think. The Roger Maris here is going to be a short print, I believe. I don't see a signature on that, but I don't know. I don't see the facsimile signature on it, but I also don't see that the code on the back that would tell me that it's a short print. So I think that possibly is a short print. We'll have to see if we have another Roger Maris like it. So we'll look for another one to go through, and that'll tell us for sure. Ozzie Smith. So what other case hits have you guys seen come out? You know, I've just, obviously this is the half case break number 3, so I've only had one complete case broken to this point, and our case hit that came out of it was Francisco Lindor. Just curious what everybody else has been seeing come out of it. Of course, I've seen the checklist, but even though you see on the checklist what the possibilities are, sometimes there's a tendency for one to come out more often than the others. At least that's been my experience. If anybody happens to know the score of the basketball game and you feel like typing it into chat, I'd be happy to know what it is. I mean, I'm sure it's over by now, or I would think it's probably over by now. But still, I'd like to know the score if anybody was watching the finals or is, you know, is watching it if it's still on, although I would say it's finished by now. It's got to be 10-something by now. Oh, the Warriors by 19. Okay, 132 to 113. All right, awesome. Thank you, Dennis and Spiders, for letting me know on that. Our signature is for the Pirates, John Smiley. Coming out for the Pirates, numbered to 150. It's up there in the upper left corner. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, you know, last year I thought, too. I thought, oh, the Warriors have it, you know, locked up. No way did the Cavs come back and win from that point. And, of course, they did come back and win. So I never want to say never. So, yeah, that definitely has to be a short print. The one that I thought was a short print. Even the coloring on it is oddly quite different. But, Yeah, and I thought it was a short print, but oddly enough, it's not designated as such on the back. You know, usually you can look at the code on the back if there's a question whether or not something is a short print and tell from that, but that has the same code on the back of both, but clearly a different card, which is what I thought to begin with. Yeah, so I guess the moral of the story is we can't ever count the Cavs out as long as they have LeBron. But it certainly does seem like the Warriors with Kevin Durant are quite a bit better even than they were last year, and they were pretty darn good last year too. Visquel again, right after I said I hadn't seen another Visquel mini. There's two come out. Of course, I think it's funny that Rihanna and Kevin Durant kind of in some kind of weird little stare down, trash talking kind of scenario happening there in game one. Like, that was just kind of weird, I gotta be honest. Our next signature is out for the A's. That is Mark Mulder. And the Mulder does not appear to be numbered for the A's. Oh, I can't. What was the pitcher's name? Shoot. The pitcher that just threw the no-hitter for the Marlins. I've just blanked on his name. I'm not, I can't remember it. Anyway, that was our first no-hitter of the year, I think, wasn't it? That's the first one I remember, anyway. And he had done it in memory of his friend that passed away, which was nice. Dedicated the game to, I guess, actually a couple of friends he had that passed away, but Alquist, thank you. Yeah, could not remember his name. I don't really watch the Marlins a whole lot. Mariners, Robinson Cano to 199. So I have a harder time remembering their players. I don't watch the Marlins really very much. Yes, thank you, Spiders and Christian both, for reminding me of that. That was, you know, it's one of those things like where you know that it's in your head somewhere, it doesn't come out, and then it just bugs you. So, Sandy Koufax, short print for the Dodgers. You are looking for Dansby out of the stack that I just had. Hang on a minute. Where did I just stack them? Oh, they're still over here. All right, hang on one second. Let me go back and find him. Well, where are you, Dansby? Must have been in a different stack. Did I stack him over to the side already? All right, let me see if I can find him again for you. I've got like 5 different stacks going over there on that mat, so I got to see which one he was in. The Dansby should have, well, depending on which card set it is, but if it is this card set, the Dansby should have a signature on it. If it doesn't, then yeah, it would be a short print. I don't even remember seeing Dansby in that card set. Where did I put it? Well, good grief. Okay. Wasn't there, so I must have stacked it on, maybe it's in this one. I'm not seeing it. It was the other. Oh, it was a different card set, you mean? not the one that has that design. Well, crud. I don't know where I've stacked it. I should have come across it by now if it was just like one pack back. Where is the thing? I think this is from a way, way back. Well, I tell you what, if I don't find it right in here, what I will do, there it is. That's the one. I just had it stacked in a different place. That's the one you were talking about, I imagine. So yeah, it does have the facsimile signature on it. On the Jeter retrospectives, normally they are stamped. See how they have that little stamp on them right there. So generally speaking, those I will catch as they go through, even though we do buzz through the base fairly quickly. So, I mean, it is possible that I didn't set one aside, but of course, obviously, when I sort it, they're all going to go to the Yankees anyway. But generally, unless something weird happens, I generally catch the Jeters. Gary Cohen, fan favorites autograph, is a redemption. We will have to go checklist verify that at the end of the break. Yeah, definitely the Jeters stick. I mean, that is one of the things I talked about a little bit ago. They do have a bad habit of sticking to the card in front of them quite often, unfortunately. But yeah, I do generally find them. And I have only seen the one so far that I have set aside. So perhaps you're right, and I have missed one going through. But usually I'll feel it as I'm getting ready to set the cards down. So I don't know. I don't know if we just haven't had any others yet, or if it is that I somehow missed it and it's over there in that stack. But you know, it's one of those where I'm still kind of feeling my way through some of the short prints, because it takes, you got to open a few to remember all the short prints. Oh, yeah, I don't ever, yeah, I have not looked at the backs for the gray backs. You are right about that. I mean, we can, if you want to, at the end of the break, if you want me to, I'll be happy to pick up all the cards and we can just shuffle through them again from the back side if you want to take a look and see if there are any with the gray backs. I'm happy to do that. If you'd like to, Greg, just let me know. Oh, and thank you, Spiders, on the Cohen. Yeah, I do always still just checklist verify that stuff. I know I'm kind of a nerd that way. Even stuff that I pretty well know is going to be whatever, I still just checklist verify it. I don't really know why, other than that's just kind of what I've always done, and it resolves any potential issues right up at the front if I just go to the checklist and write it on there right while we're doing the live stream. Just a habit I've been in for a long time. There is Vizquel in the blue variation. That's going to be numbered 275. You'll see it down there in the lower corner. But you know, going back to the Jeter retrospective, I've never pulled anything like 3 a box out of it. I mean, in general, I think I've probably been pulling something like maybe 1 out of a box. But I don't think I've pulled as many, sometimes 2, but I don't think I've averaged pulling 3 a box on those retrospectives. Because that would be 15 out of every break, and I know I haven't pulled 15 out of every break. Maybe one, maybe a couple. Generally at least 1 a box, if not 2. But honestly, I mean, I really don't so far, I only have the one set aside. Now, that doesn't mean there's not more over there that, as you say, you know, maybe I just shot past it and it stuck to the back of another card and I didn't realize it, but it does seem like we're having less come out of this particular case, half case. $1.99 on the Bautista in the peach parallel. But of course, you know, when sorting, I would find anything that might be around. Yeah, see, I think I'm more on the line, Spiders, of what you're saying. I think it's been more like one per box or something like that. Of course, you said one every other, but I think I've been finding more than one every other. But I haven't been finding as many as 2 or 3 a box. Definitely not as many as 3 a box. Because I want to say, out of the last case that, again, we didn't have in half case breaks, I probably had 5 or 6 out of each of those 5 boxes, which would certainly lead one to believe that there should be some others in here beyond the one that I have set aside. Alex Bregman. Yeah, I don't think, yeah, I definitely, like I said, I have not found it to be 3. I have not necessarily found it to be 1 either. As I said, I think out of the last set of 5, I think I had 5 or 6 in total in each of those breaks. One of them may be 7, but somewhere in that range. Wally Moon for the Dodgers. But of course, you know, like any of these things, they can, you know, it's always on average. So it's always possible that one box has more and another box has less, and you still end up with the average that you should have for the case. But yeah, Greg, I definitely know that they stick. I mean, for sure. That's, I referenced that right when we started on this break, because I learned that right away. Like the first half case we did, I'm like, all the time when I go to set it down, what is this extra card? Oh, it's a Jeter retrospective stuck to the back of the card in front of it. I don't know, as I say, what the difference is. Something about the texture, the surface of it just gives it a tendency to hang on to the card in front of it, unfortunately. That is to $1.99 for the Padres. But, you know, again, I'm happy to go back through them at the end of the break. We can certainly go back through and see what retrospectives, if any, we may have missed. And I can also look at the backs of everything, and we can look for your gray backs if you'd like to. There's Reyes. Any of that you want to do, I am, yeah, that is numbered to 75. I'm happy to do one or both of those things. Just let me know if you want to do it. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they would come out in sorting, but like I said, if you want to verify it while we're still live streaming, I'm more than happy. We can just bust right through. We can just bust right through all of it again as soon as we do the first. As soon as we finish up this part of the break, and we'll do the nightly random, and then I can go right back through it, and we'll take a look, see what else we find. I don't mind at all doing that. Korea. Because certainly it is unusual that we haven't seen more than just these couple so far. So there is number 9 in the series. I think there are 23 in total in the series, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, well, I mean, there have been other Derek Jeters, just there haven't been, out of the retrospectives, I haven't seen a lot of them tonight. So, again, don't know what's going on with that, but we can definitely sort back through it. See, like there's bunches of these, but those aren't part of the retrospective. Clayton Kershaw in Peach Parallel to 199. If I can get that at the right angle, we can see the number on it. Well, and I also have it upside down, so let's try that again. Holy Moses. What am I thinking there? Tony Perez. I like seeing my Reds from the past. We grew up Reds fans because they're just up the road, an hour or so away, hour and a half maybe to the stadium. So we grew up as Cincinnati Reds fans. It's golden moments. Some of those facsimile signatures are so lightly printed on there, you really have to give it a second look to see if it's there or not. Well, that and the fact that I have kind of crappy vision probably doesn't help. Mark Langston for the Angels. I just, oh, you just did the tour at Riverfront? Cool. I haven't been up there in, oh gosh, it's been, I don't even know how long. It's been several years. Some friends and I went up there for a road trip and saw a game, stayed the night, hung out for a while. And that's the last game I've been to up there. I need to go again. Oh, he drew a little smiley face. You gotta love that. And that is to 150 on the Lenny Randall. For the Rangers, of course. Yeah, and I guess, actually, maybe even since the last time that I saw the Reds play, in the interim, I was in Chicago. A friend of mine was doing some work there. And so a bunch of us kind of convened to stay, to see her and kind of have a little mini reunion or whatever you want to call it. And we decided to go to the baseball game, to the Subway Series. It was the Cubs and the White Sox. And, of course, we bought tickets from some people out on the street. And I said, as we were doing it, there's this whole conversation about, oh, do you suppose that that's, okay to do? Oh, I'm sure it is. It's kids selling it. It's fine, blah, blah, blah. And we get up to the turnstile, and they were counterfeit. So, of course, they would not let us in. Bryce Harper, which was, kind of a bummer. So my friend is in the entertainment industry and also just very, what's the word I'm looking for? Forceful is not the right word. Determined. Determined is the right word. So she goes over to the box office and says, hey, I'm in town working on, such and such, and I bought these tickets, and blah, blah, blah. We got turned away. They're counterfeit, etc., etc. And, of course, the game's been sold out forever. It's like, we don't have any tickets, yada, yada, yada. And then somebody, recognized who she was and said, oh, hold on a minute. Goes back, comes back, and brings us these sweet tickets in, like, the section where the player's family sits that somebody wasn't going to use. Their family wasn't there or whatever. And so gave us those tickets for the game, which was pretty incredible, but it was a lot of fun. So that's the last I guess that's the last baseball game that I've been to live and in person. I don't know. It seems like you have such a better view from the television. I've been bad about that lately for all my sports. Basketball, football, baseball, all of it. It's like, I can see really a lot better from my television. I know, it's terrible. John Smiley again for the Pirates. I think that's a couple of John Smileys that have come out for the Pirates out of this break. Need some Braves. All right, man. Well, it's out in the universe. Let's see if we can get the universe to deliver some Braves for you. Chris Bryant to 199. For sure, Dansby has signatures and things in here. I mean, we don't know if it's in this box, but in this series, that's numbered to 75. Oh, and it's first in the series, 1 of 75 for the Dodgers. We haven't pulled out any of the red parallels tonight either. Although I think we only had, it was either 1 or 2 out of the first case. It was not an abundance of the red parallel. There's a Jeter. Stuck to the back of the other Jeter. And that one is number 11 in the series. So, Greg, just so I know, do you want to go through, I know you said you didn't care as much about whether or not you saw any more of the Jeter retrospectives, but did you want to go through and look at the backs for the gray back short prints at the end of the break? Because I don't know that you said either way, one way or the other, so I just want to know how to proceed since we're getting close to finishing up this one. Well, they're going 100 different directions there. Another Bregman. Okay. All right. Well, when I sort, if I find, because sometimes I do miss a short print in the live break that I later find in the sort. I do generally identify it as a short print one way or another when I ship it. Now, occasionally one might get past me entirely when I wouldn't catch it either way. If it's just one that hasn't yet cemented in my mind, it's always possible that one could show up that I haven't identified as a short print when I shipped it, but generally I try to catch them and sort them out, separate them out. That one is 250 on that Jeter. And it is number 21 in the series. Oh, your wife wants to know how I... let me answer 2 questions here at once. Spiders, yes, I do ship all the cards. Everything ships. If there's ever any break where something didn't ship, it would be like prominently noted up at in the description, right where it says we're opening whatever it says, 5 boxes of Topps Archives. If there were ever a case where not everything was shipping, it would say so right up there in that spot in the description. But I mean, I've really never done a break where I don't ship everything, at least not to this point. I just ship it all. Even when there's tremendous amounts of base, I still ship it all. But that's why sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to get stuff out, because if I've done a lot of breaks with a lot of base, it's you know, it's a lot of work by the time you sort it all out and then get it all packed up and shipped out. I mean, shipping can take hours upon hours, and you wouldn't think that it would, but it really does. By the time you get it sorted and put in team bags and put in envelopes and then the labels printed and then sealed into the post office, I mean, it's, yeah. Plus, you got to realize there's, you know, like tonight, what do we have? 5 breaks in. Now, granted, I don't have to ship something to every person out of every break, but still, that's, what, 150 some odd auctions that ended tonight, so it adds up pretty quickly. There's another Jeter. This one is number 22 in the series. Now, to answer your other question, Greg. Oh, hang on a second. Sammy, I would say out of archives, the best thing that we have pulled signature-wise, in my opinion, is the Rizzo. But I will be doing a hits recap on that in just a minute. Then Greg, your wife wants to know how I got in this business. Well, you know what? First of all, my whole family, we're all collectors. I just grew up collecting a variety of things. My mom, my dad, my sister, everybody, we're all collectors. And my sister's quite a bit older. Well, not quite a bit, 7 years older than I am, but she wasn't all that keen of, you know, hanging out with her little kid sister. So I hung out a lot with my cousins, John Smoltz, and there is number 220, as a matter of fact. So there's your Braves hit that you were looking for, Spiders. So anyway, so I spent a lot of time with my cousins, and my cousins collected baseball cards, because my cousins were mostly boys that lived near me anyway. I mean, I have female cousins, but they didn't live near me. So, you know, like I said, we're a family of collectors. So I started collecting baseball cards as well. And then I started trading with my cousins and trying to talk them out of their good cards. And especially their cards of people that I liked, like my Cincinnati Reds players. In fact, I talked them out of a Johnny Bench rookie card, which I still have to this day. Of course, it's well loved, so it wouldn't, you know, it'd probably grade like a 5 or something crazy. Anyway, so for years I collected baseball cards well up into, well, even up into high school I still collected some. Then, of course, in college and, you know, out of college and all that, I stopped and hadn't done it in a long time. This is to 199 on the Sunny Gray. And then it was probably about 3 years ago. And we had so many of our good players from UK, which is my alma mater, were going pro, particularly in the NBA. So I started looking for their cards. Billy Hamilton, speaking of the Reds, and speaking of the red parallel, there is Billy Hamilton, should be numbered to 25. There it is. I see it finally. 16 of 25 on the Billy Hamilton. So nice hit there. Yeah, so I started looking for some of the cards for our NBA players, and then I started buying into breaks to try to hit some of them. And then the next thing you know, I was like, oh my gosh, I forgot how much I loved collecting cards. And then this is where we end up, you know, so yeah. Sammy, I am not going to be in the Breaks Pavilion at the National this year. I am not heading down that road this year. Now let's go to the checklist and take care of this Gary Cohen. So I'm just going to jump in here to our fun little Topps checklist and verify this guy. Fan favorite autographs is the card set. So I'll have to scroll through this for a minute. Bear with me. It's a long checklist. I'm sure you guys have looked at it. So you probably know what we're looking at. Now I've just got to find Where are you, Gary Cohen? Why don't I see you on here? There he is. All right, Mets. So let's recap our hits. Oh, I gotta get back on my. I guess it would help if I went back to my correct screen so that I could see what in the heck we were doing, right? Yeah, that would be probably super helpful. Yes, exactly. And so here I am. Yeah, I don't know. I love opening cards. It's so much fun. I love collecting them. I love opening them. To me, this is a blast. So, I have a lot of fun with it. And I like, most sports, so that helps too. So our redemption hit is for the Mets, and that is fan favorites autographs Gary Cohen. And it's weird that it comes out that way. Normally, the front's all blue and printed and whatever, and I don't know why that one looks like that, but it does. So there you have it. Then we have our John Smoltz for the Braves, and that one, nice low number, 220. So there's our nice Braves hit. I told you the universe would try to deliver for you, and it did. Spiders. John Smiley for the Pirates, and I believe that's going to be our first of 2 John Smileys. Then for the Rangers, we have the Lenny Randall, and it is numbered to 150. For the Angels, Mark Langston, and Mark is not numbered. Wally Moon for the Dodgers. Pulled Wally Moon out of the last case, too. Not numbered. For the A's, Mark Mulder, unnumbered. Here's our second John Smiley. This one, of course, is going to be numbered because it's in the parallel, and that is numbered to 150. For the Red Sox, Bill Spaceman Lee, unnumbered. And then for the Cubs, Anthony Rizzo, and the Rizzo is to 75, which you can kind of see down there in that bottom corner. So it does not look like that we did not hit our case hit tonight, so that will still be waiting for us somewhere in the back half of this case, which, again, if I could remember when the heck I had it ending, maybe not until Wednesday, although that would be odd on my part to wait that long, but I probably did, because I'm not known always for thinking ahead when I list my stuff. Our parallels, if you guys want to stay tuned for these, we'll go through them real quickly, except we're taking a little bit longer on that one because it's only to 25 on the Billy Hamilton. The peach parallels are going to be to 199. These light blue are all going to be to 75. And that, of course, is a short print that is missing the facsimile signature for the Korea. Another short print, Sandy Koufax, same thing. And a third short print, Roger Maris, same thing. All missing their facsimile signatures. Then our little mini cards, which I always set aside primarily because I love the mini cards, I got to be honest. So I do set them aside. I've only pulled one parallel in archives so far, and it was a Bryce Harper. I think it was to 75 that we pulled the other day. And the Jeters that we did manage to find in the regular part of the break. And, of course, yes, I know there may be some more over there in those stacks that somehow I let slide through my hands and didn't set aside. So that is it for archives. Let's get into our nightly random. And if it would help if I got myself onto the right page would be probably helpful. And this is everybody from all the breaks tonight, the football and the baseball. Everything is, everybody is in the nightly random, at least that has paid. Obviously, the teams that were unpaid are marked as unpaid, so, they're not in there, but everybody else is. And again, the way that is going to work is like this. We'll pull out a nightly winner every night that I do a break. And then all of those nightly winners will come together on or about July 1st. And you'll be part of, why is this going so slowly? You'll be part of a customer appreciation break where I pay for the products and we open them up just like we would open up a normal break, except I don't ship the base for that. I just ship the hits. And then the people in the break win the hits. And I'm not sure if we're going to do it as a hits draft or if random will decide it or what. We'll have to figure that part out. That says lay-in SmackDown or something to that effect. So lay-in SmackDown is our nightly random winner who will move into a spot for our customer appreciation break. So that is how that works. And that's it for tonight then, guys. Since you guys did not want to go back through and look for the graybacks, we're not going to worry about that. And as always, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me, chatting with me, bidding with me. I will get this stuff to you as quickly as I can, and I hope to see you again on another break. You have a great rest of your night and a good week ahead. Thanks.